This is episode 14 of the second season ng 2OT on the Tiebreaker Times podcast family. 2OT is presented by Smart. Simple, smart, game-changing. Simple, smart kami ni Maguwen. We are very happy to be joined by the head coach of Gilas Pilipinas men in the last FIBA Asia Cup bubble, the qualifiers in Manama, Bahrain. Coach Jong Uichico. Coach Jong, welcome back to the Philippines. Good evening and thank you for joining us.
Good evening, Carlo and Magu. And it's always a pleasure. And yes, it's good to be back. Lalo na panalo.
It was a whirlwind trip for you guys. 2 games in 4 days, Coach Jong. Pero the rest of the time, unlike yung mga dati mong biyahe sa Gilas, nakabubble lang din kayo, walang pasyal-pasyal. So, talagang unli basketball kayo doon, Coach?
Sure, oo. Practice sa umaga. Actually, nag-quarantine kami na I think 1 day. Pero yes, practice in the morning or in the afternoon, viewing sa bago mag-practice, and then viewing after dinner. So, it really gave us some time to, since program ito, mga bata yung dala namin, it really gave us some time to get together as bonding, maski sa hotel lang. And of course, giving them yung mga programa and sistema ni Coach Tab.
Coach Jong, from the time that you first tested to be able to get into the bubble until your return, mga ilang beses na sundot yung ilong mo?
Oo nga, medyo na tayo eh. Tagal na. Actually, kasi yung una ko sa Signal eh. Sa Signal yung una ko. I counted, I think it was 7 or 8 times na medyo nasundot yung ilong ko. Pati tenga na nga, sabi ko, linisin niyo na rin yung tenga ko eh. Para lubos-lubos na.
But coach, of course, as you said, it was a much younger team na you put together. Can you just tell us about the energy na dinala ng mga bata? Siyempre, hindi lang bata, no? Yung gigil pa nila because they've been apart from basketball for 7 long months. Yung energy lang for that first day of practice. Kumusta yung binigay ng mga bata?
Oh, grabe talaga yung nila. The energy that they gave on the first day of practice because we've been waiting for this for so long. Maski coaches, we've been waiting to get into the basketball court. I'm sure the players were really anticipating getting into the basketball courts the first time that we were able to get into a basketball court. Medyo kami nga pa nga nagre-renda sa kanila eh. Pero all out talaga sila. Knowing not only because they wanted to get back into basketball, but also knowing that they will be representing the Philippines in the second window.
Coach, yung sa 8 quarters na nilaro nyo, 1 quarter lang kayo nadikitan, ano? Mga mama, yung kalaban, all professional players mula dito sa Thailand, given na wala yung main man nilang si Tyler Lamb. Pero the rest of those guys, meron ba kayong alala at any point na baka mamain, baka pagtitirayin yung mga bata, baka mamalahibo yung mga bata natin?
Yes, it was naman. You can say, nag-warning naman kami that yes, they are very experienced internationally. Yung lakas ng katawan nila is from maturity, not non-regular na lifting weights. It's just from maturity and experience in playing in international competition. So iba yung bigat nila. But we also said that your youthfulness and your energy will pull us through. Because given na yung lack of cohesion, given na yung lack of practice time, so ang advantage natin is our youth and our energy and our intensity, which we should be able to translate our youthfulness and energy into the basketball court, which in general naman, we were very satisfied with what energy they brought out in the basketball court.
Yun nga, Coach, first quarter ng Friday game, it was a 2-point game. Pero second quarter, 32-10 and the rest was history. Partida, hindi pa gaganong ka-cohesive, Coach Jong, yung grupo mo.
Program naman kasi ito eh. This is the start of a program, as I said. No, this is not a unlike in some tournaments before. One time, tapos na. Hindi. This is a program for the future. So, we were somewhat concerned if they will be able to absorb the system or concept or principle na gusto ipasok ni Coach Tab as a program. But surprisingly, they were able to absorb naman. And that helped a lot in our videos, twice a day video, practice twice a day. So we were able to fast track everything. Now, the only thing is, hindi namin na-apply kaagad in practice games or tune-up games. Kumbaga, yung tune-up game namin, laro na. So that's why in the first quarter, medyo nakikiramdam, maski kami nakikiramdam how we will perform, no? How we will perform in those certain conditions and ma-absorb ba namin lahat and be able to execute all the things that were learned in the bubble. Buti naman na naka-recover in the second, third, and then the fourth quarter. So the first quarter, even in the nung second game, medyo nakahabol sila pero na-overcome din naman natin yan.
Pero coach, just staying with that first game, yung Jai Sanok ba yan, Carlo? Yung naka-4 na tres.
Yes.
Did any of the young guys take it personally na teka lang? Hindi, di ba? Alam mo naman yun sa atin, nakaka-4 na yun, may gigil factor ba sila kaya na shutdown the rest of the way?
Siyempre, yes, may scouting report kami, pero siyempre mga bata yon na-excite sila sa laro, and then all of a sudden the cerebral part of it in terms of scouting report, kung sino yung shooter, sino yung pababayaan, medyo nawawala yun because of the excitement of the game and their inexperience, no? Pero reminders lang, and yun, nakuha naman nila kaagad. And Jai Sanok is panahon Jai Sanok ngayon, di ba? So alam na, as a scouting report, alam na natin. Pero of course, when it comes to the execution part of the player, yun, medyo nakakalimot lang sila because yun ang una lang, that was the first time that they experienced Jai Sanok, kumbaga, or the first time they experienced Jack Rawan. Pero kung mga veterano yung dinala natin, kilalang-kilala na siya, so he would not have played that well, in my opinion, no? Pero as I said, siyempre programa ito. You have to start somewhere, and I know that in the next games against Thailand or whoever, baka malalaman na nila yon.
Coach Jong, before we proceed, babati lang ako dun sa mga nanonood sa atin ngayon, no? Si Brian Scott, Alan Jan Vega, Japet James Tagaang, si Jixie Catherine, si Wilson Centino, Carol Reyes, Mark Joey Fontillas, si Leo Mer Yalong Santos, and si Jake Aberilla. And of course, yung pinaka-importante nating babatiin, si Johan Uichico, si Doc nanonood po ngayon. Nandiyan ba siya, Coach? Nandiyan ba sa bahay niya?
Nasa PGH siguro. Wala dito.
Pagdating
ko, wala na sa Jesse, is in PGH.
Nagbe-break lang siguro si Doc Johan. Coach Jong,
baka hindi siya nagtatrabaho, baka nanonood.
Coach Jong, I know you put in a lot of hard work as, the program director naman ng SBP coaches. Yeah. You've traveled all over the Philippines, training coaches from the youth to women's to all the stages of basketball. But personally, Coach Jong, how happy were you to get this experience again? Not teaching how to coach, but actually coaching a team.
Yeah, it's been a long time talaga. It's been a long time, and I was very excited. I was looking forward really. Actually, hindi naman talaga ako I was named only head coach days prior to leaving. Hindi pa namin alam talaga kung sino yung mag-head coach. I was just named, but we still went through the process. No? Pero when I was named head coach, syempre excited kaagad ako. Una-una, excited ako na nakapagturo ulit ako ng player. Kasi for the past few years, nakapagturo ako ng coaches. Balik na naman tayo sa pagtuturo ng player. So it's always something new. Always, hindi pwedeng dati nakaturo ka na ng player. It's always something, especially you're teaching now a young bunch of players that hopefully, that they can make it in 2023. Now, this is the program for 2023 and probably beyond, no? So excited talaga ako. And of course, I thank Boss MVP, Mr. Alpan Lillo, Mr. Rico Barcas, Edie Barrios, Mr. Butch Antonio, and of course Coach Ryan De Gregorio for giving me this another opportunity. Alam mo naman ng Gilas, mahal sa puso ko 'yan. That is very close to my heart. So I'm really glad, excited, very appreciative, grateful, lahat na. And mabuti nakapanalo. It makes it easier if you win the games. Diba? Mas madali. So I'm just very happy that I'm back. At least for now.
Coach Jong, yung February window, hindi pa rin naman natin alam lahat talaga ano mangyayari in the next few months. But nagbibid pa nga ang Pilipinas, sana ma-host natin yung Feb window. Pero even si President Al Panlilio of the SBP has been saying na wala pa namang PBA sa February. So malamang daw sa malamang, well, wala pa namang final word.
Yes.
Disclaimer ulit, you guys have to meet pa rin naman. Pero baka daw maging hybrid of PBA players and itong mga players na hinawakan mo ngayon. Tingin mo sino yung pinaka-impressive dito sa mga hawak mo na should be considered semi-shoe-ins na to the next iteration kung magkaka-hybrid?
Lahat sila, no, very impressive. But of course, you have to think also two ways of thinking that yung ready today and maybe ready tomorrow. So, kailangan balansehin mo yun eh. May mga ready today. Juan Gomez Del Llano, ready today. Dwight Ramos, ready today. Matt Nieto, ready today. Marami rin yung ready today. But also, you have to consider who can be ready tomorrow. For example, examples lang to, no? Justin Baltasar, kay Mark Carino, maybe Isaac Go, just because of size, Dwight, just because of size, and si Calvin Optana, just because they have size, they have length, and maybe they might be ready for tomorrow. So you have to balance all these things out. Pero yes, tama ka na the coaching staff still has to sit down and decide for next year's window.
Coach Jong, Juan Gomez Del Llano got nominated as one of the top performers dito sa current bubble, no? How impressed were you with the kid? And coming in, did you expect that level of performance already coming from him?
Yes. Too much pressure on Juan Gomez, but yes, he's such a talented player. Sobrang talented because unang-una nung na-handle na ko siya as assistant coach sa Mighty Sports, nag-excel na siya at that time sa Mighty Sports sa Dubai. So yung capability ng bata, yung skill ng bata, yung athleticism ng bata, shooting, grabe. All-around player talaga si Juan Gomez. And as a point guard, makaka-expect ka ng score sa kanya when things are not going well, which is what happened I think in parts of the first, even in the second game, when things weren't going well, he made crucial baskets to keep that lead at 15, 20, and he's capable of doing that. So his skill level is really very, very high. Kulang lang talaga ng more international exposure, and that goes with all the players in the program that the team that we sent to Thailand.
Mago?
Coach, yung isa naman yung si Dwight Ramos.
Yeah.
He was as good as hindi nga advertise as na chismis. The kid was as good as chismis. Nagulat ka ba doon sa performance niya, especially nung game 1?
Oo, kasi honestly, hindi ko naman siya kilala. I mean, I know na ni-recruit siya ng Ateneo. That's all I know about him, and yung mga highlight videos niya. Yun lang kilala. I didn't know how good he was. I didn't know how he looked or ano. Pero doon ko lang siya talaga nakilala at nakausap. And he does not seem, he is not very impressive in practice. Kasi team player siya. He's a team player, a little bit of all. And so that first game really surprised me that, yes, he does a little bit of all. Nakaka-score, nakaka-depensa, ang ganda ng vision niya, nakakapasa siya. So he gives you an all-around performance. And he is tall. If he plays the point guard, he has some size for a point guard position, which is what we need. In our team, medyo we need size kasi alam naman natin wala tayong size. So any size we can get for each position is good for us.
Yun nga, bukod do sa talent, yung motor ng bata, coach, yung very, very impressive. I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago sa sports page with sina Sir Sev Sarmenta, binibiro nga ni Dadin Quinito Enson si Boss Al Panlilio . na dapat daw hindi na palaruin sa college, diretso na sa PBA. Pwede ba natin ituloy yung biro na yun? Mukhang lugi na lahat ng 7 other teams sa UAP.
Ano naman, I think he's PBA ready, di ba? I think he's PBA ready kasi magagamit siya eh. Kung sa Gilas niya, nagagamit siya eh. What more doon sa PBA where he will be really a factor, di ba?
Coach Jong,
Yeah.
actually, ayun, bata mo pa pala dati. Nung dumating dito si Danny Siegel, parang ganun eh. No? Ito ngayon, 6'5 na point guard, 6'4", 6'5. Si Danny nun, 6'6", 6'7", changed the 3 spot forever. Parang ganun yung dating neto, Coach?
Yes, it's possible, especially if he plays the point guard. He's not very quick at the point guard, but he's athletic also. Pero ang lakas ng katawan kasi niya. Ang lakas ng katawan niya, and at the point guard, he's not only a scoring point guard, he has great vision for a point guard, which medyo nawawala na ngayon. Ngayon, medyo scoring point guard or facilitator, mga ganon. Pero siya, ibang dimension siya because he can create. He's not quick, but he's strong. He can create. He can pass the ball, and he can make the shot. Especially if he has a lot of good players around him.
Coach Jong, pagpasensyahan mo na si Magua kasi kinakampanya niya si Dwight Ramos mag-PBA tapos kinakampanya niya si Ange Kwame na mag-exclusive sa Gilas kasi medyo yata hindi yata kampante doon sa level ng Ateneo next season. Coach
next season lang? The next 5 years?
Coach Jong, I'll go to that route actually, no. After you return, we received good news na approved na no House of Representatives yung naturalization ni Ange Kwame. So in terms of just filling in holes, kasi nakita natin yung Jack Rawan and what he did in game 2 against Thailand. If you put in an Ange Kwame there, parang ano immediately yung mabibigay sa na presence ng isang Kwame?
Kasi si Jack Rawan, he's close to 6'9", probably, mga ganon. And of course, if you have another 6'9" or 7-footer like Ange Kwame, he will still be dominating, but not as dominating as he was in the second game. Mm-hmm. He won't be that dominating because may inside presence na yung Philippines with Ange Kwame, no. May inside. Yun lang naman ang kulang ng Pilipinas talaga. We have great players from 1 to 4. Ang kulang lang natin is that center position. That is why if there is any position to fill that will really be vacant is the 5 position, which is wala talaga tayong international na center position, which Ange Kwame will be able to fill, in my opinion. Pero step 1 pa lang yata yung si Ange Kwame. I think it's step 1 pa lang, and there are more steps to hurdle. Yes.
Step 2 sa Senado na.
And
sila Senator Sonny Angara they've been going out on social media, pati si Senator Joel Villanueva, na pabibilisan din daw nila, papaprioritize din daw nila.
Especially 2023 is just around the corner, di ba? Hindi natin alam, mamaya 2023 na, di ba? And,
basta matapos lang yung 2020, Coach, siguro naman bago na buhay natin next year, no?
We're getting there.
Makailan lang March eh.
Mabilis lang yan.
Parang mabilis lang yung 2023 niyan. Again, the next step is Senate, yung bill na ni-sponsor ni SBP Chairman Sani Angara, and of course the next step after that is kung pipirmahan ni President Duterte yung naturalization itong si Ange Kwame. But Coach, just how different was the FIBA experience inside a bubble? Kasi, I mean, I've been lucky enough to travel alongside your team for multiple trips. And kasama talaga niyan is meeting the Filipino community dun sa country kung saan kayo pupunta. Parang yung may konting shopping, may konting food tasting ng cuisine nung locals. How different is it? How limited was the bubble yung experience nyo sa Bahrain?
It is really different, especially para sa akin na sanay tayo na yun nga, you experience the culture of the country that you are in, you experience their sights during your lull time. That's part of the Gilas or international experience. na nakakalabas ka and see the sights or architecture or the custom of the country that you are with. That's part of your experience and that's part of your growing up. Hindi lang sa basketball yon. But it's really different kasi ano lang kami, hotel to venue, back to hotel. And then, ganun lang, puro ganun. Wala kaming side trip. We cannot go to the mall. We can't enjoy the scenery of Bahrain. It seems to be a beautiful country naman with their mga ibang sites nila. They have good beaches as nabasa ko. But it also gave us some time as a team to bond maski dun sa hotel lang and to fast track the things that we needed to fast track in terms of going to video. Twice a day kami nagbi-video. So in a sense, we just tried to make do with what we had in terms of fast tracking the absorption and learning of the players.
Coach, dadaanan ko lang ilan sa mga nagtatanong sa'yo live, ano? Yun nga, speaking of, bukod sa yung bubble setup bilang pinakamalaking pagkakaiba, as head coach, tanong ni Ed Joseph San Miguel, kamusta yung experience of coaching again? Lalo na nga kasi ngayon dahil next generation yung ng basketball, Philippine basketball yung kinoach mo as compared to yung dati star-studded lineup mo nung 2002.
More teaching when you have young players like we had in Thailand. There's more teaching because unang-una baka hindi pa sila naka-experience ng ganung teaching, di ba? Or you have different concepts or you have different principles or hindi pa sila ganung kabilis mag-absorb when you just talk about it. Unlike when you talk about PBA players, konting salita lang nakukuha na nila, konting execute na tayo because they've experienced so many things already. But right now, you cannot just talk about it. You have to drill it and repeat it and repeat it and drill it and talk about it and drill it. So double time talaga pag mga bata yung dala mo. But eventually they will get there also. That's why inuumpisahan na yung programa ngayon pa lang.
Daming nagre-react din, Coach. Sabi ni Buzo Nevan, dapat daw ikaw na talaga mag-coach. Sabi ni Gemma Esito, si Ate Gemma, good evening po Coach Jong. Si Rai Kabudil, Coach Jong, good evening po. Ang daming nag-good evening at nagko-congratulations at nagte-thank you rin sa iyo Coach Jong sa pagserbisyo ulit sa Pilipinas.
Maraming salamat. Alam niyo naman, it's always my honor. Honor ko, sakripisyo ko ito na makabalik sa Gilas, no? Alam naman natin kung ano nangyari and we don't know what was going to happen, pero papasalamat din ako na nakabalik ako. And interim lang naman ako dito interim lang naman ako dito, so sinusubukan lang natin na makakaya natin.
Siyempre, si Ma'am Gemma, yung guest natin nung isang podcast, fan talaga ni Coach Jong yan. Kasi siyempre si Coach Jong nanalo ng 2 championship with Barangay Ginebra, 2007 Philippine Cup, 2008 Fiesta Conference, and your last championship, Coach Jong, of course, with the TNT franchise, 2015. Tapos sakto nga naman, sila yung nagkatapat. Tapos ikaw yung guest namin. Two franchises that you know very well. I'm sure, Coach, kahit paano nasundan mo pa rin yung games, even just, looking at the box score, just to, go in another direction. TNT versus Barangay Ginebra. I mean, two really good teams going at it in the finals.
Exciting. Nanood ako I was able to watch some of the first game and last night's game because naka-quarantine kami sa hotel. So nakapanood ko. Exciting. Parang di mo lang alam kung sino mananalo. Leading yung TNT, tapos nahabol, tapos nag-lead yung Ginebra. It's a how do you say, as a coach or as an analyst, or ang sarap i-analyze yung mga ganong klaseng laro kasi hindi mo alam kung sino ba talaga, parang ganon. Una nag-domina to, mamaya humabol to. Even in the first game, ganon na nangyari. So it's really a how do you say, ang gandang talk topic, ang gandang analytical topic na pag-usapan ng maski na sino yung laro because it could have really gone It could have been gone either way, or pwede mo masibahin, dapat di nakabalik yung Ginebra, pero nakabalik yung Ginebra. So, exciting, and it's a good game to watch in an analytical point of view para mapag-isipan mo yung klase ng laro. Kung ikaw yun, anong gagawin mo, bakit na libre yun. So, in terms of system and concepts.
Coach Jong, sticking to that game last night, I just wanna get your thoughts on yung kumpiyansa ni Coach Tim Cone dito kay Tenorio at saka kay Thompson. 47 minutes scoreless yung dalawa eh. Pero iniwan doon at yung dalawa tumapos ng dulo. Yung 3 tsaka yung 3 free throw.
Oo, kaya nga 0 points pa si Scottie noon, tapos pumukol ng 3. 0 points pa si LA, nag-miss nga ng layup, pero siya nagtapos nung free throw, di ba?
Oo, 3 free throw. Di ba, Coach, usually pagka ganun, medyo pagbibigyan mo yung iba, pero si Coach Tim, kumpiyansa siya doon sa dalawa eh, no?
Pero naman kasi, ang naman kay Scottie is, basta naman nabibigay niya yung intangible eh. Yes, makaka-score siya. Yes, hindi siya naka-score, pero yung intangibles, nabibigay pa rin yun. Dumidepensa, I guess rebound, other than scoring, di ba? Si LA, ganun din. Nakakapag-baski, hindi siya nakaka-score, nakaka-direct siya, Anyway, the brunt of the scoring in Ginebra, is really si Stanley Pringle.
Yeah.
Siya lang naman yun eh. So the rest, si Aljon Mariano, ang ganda-ganda ng laro, 30 plus points ba yun? Or something. Basta maganda yung laro ni Aljon. Sa kabila naman, si Pugoy, ang ganda ng laro. So, as a veteran, as a coach and veteran, kagaya ni LA at saka ni Scottie, hindi naman talagang hinahanapan ng puntos ni Coach Tim. Yes, of course, you always want, pero hindi naman masama yung laro nila just because hindi nakaka-score. It doesn't mean that just because you haven't scored, masama yung laro mo. Kasi may naibibigay kang iba doon para sa team mo. Yun.
Coach Jong, I have a question. Because a lot of people are talking about the coaching in this series because it has to be talked about. On one end, you have the tandem of head coach Bong Ravena and yung kanyang assistant na si consultant / assistant na si Coach Mark Dickel. On the other end, you have Coach Tim Cone. Of course, I mean, in terms of experience, second pa lang nitong TNT coaching staff, pang naka 22 championships na yung kabila. I just want to go back quickly to the 1999 Governors Cup. 1999 Governors Cup, not important yung details, but just following the story, Coach Tim Cone already won a handful of championships by then, including a Grand Slam with Alaska.
Yes.
You were, targeting your second championship with the San Miguel Beermen. Going up against a coach with more experience, parang how did you build the confidence to know that you can, play chess against this grandmaster na yung pyesa mo at yung pyesa niya, if everything is even, kaya mo siyang talunin? How did you build that up?
Tsamba lang yata yun.
Ang haba ng tanong ko, Coach eh. Sobrang haba eh.
Coach, kanina pa ina-ensayo ni Carlo yung tanong na yun.
Ang ganda ng delivery ko eh. Inaliupas ko eh.
Hindi, pero, ako, kasi talagang, siyempre pag, si Coach Tim kasi, talagang ang hirap kalaban si Coach Tim sa series. Talagang ang hirap kasi ang galing ng game adjustments niya either during the game or after the game. Maski nanalo siya, sigurado mag-a-adjust siya. Hindi kagaya ng ibang coach, pag nanalo, hindi na mag-a-adjust kasi okay naman. Pero si Coach Tim, mag-a-adjust siya during, even if he wins, more so if he loses. So ang hirap talaga kalaban si Coach Tim ng in a series. And ako, nahirapan din ako. It's just that yung matchup namin kasi nung time na yon, no sa San Miguel, mas advantage kami kasi alam mo naman si Coach Tim, ang gusto niya size eh. He likes that type of player, size, like Jody Barnes at the 3. Gusto niya yung size eh. Nagkataon lang naman yon na we had the size that would counter yung effectiveness ng coaching style ni Coach Tim. Yun lang yun. And then, of course, kakalakasan ng triangle na yun. So we had to, we had to try to disrupt the triangle, which he doesn't run naman anymore. That doesn't run anymore now. So, unang-una, bigyan ko munang kumpiyansa yung sarili ko na wag naman masyadong pressure pero kumpiyansa na meron tayong materyales para matalo yung Alaska. Yun yung una kasi kailangan ma-convince mo yung sarili mo eh. And then kumpiyansa ka rin na yung game plan mo tama, no? Tama to counter to Alaska. And then hopefully that it rubs off on the players na kumpiyansa ka rin kasi pag nagpakita ka ng medyo doubt ka kasi kalaban mo na si Coach Tim, medyo advantage na yung kalaban nun eh. So yun lang talaga yung ginawa ko. Not necessarily really have that high confidence na kayang-kaya ko si Coach Tim kasi ako honestly ang gusto ko yung tinatakot ko yung sarili ko eh. Gusto ko yun eh. Kasi pag tinatakot ko yung sarili ko, mas double effort ako. Parang gano'n ng ko.
Respect, kumbaga, Coach.
Oo, talagang respetado ko si Coach Tim, kaya kailangan double time ako. Ayoko yung kumpiyansa ko, kayang-kaya ko yan. Personally, ayoko nun eh. Because it gives you somehow a false sense of confidence. Gusto ko yung tinatakot ako para doble ang kayod ko, doble ang video ko, doble lahat ng trabaho ko. Para it's just me, it's just me na ganun ang gusto ko yun ang gusto kong psych sa sarili ko. Na respetado ko sobra yung kalaban kong coach that I have to double time. Yan.
Coach Jong, sorry Magu, isa lang. Para mapapasarap na yung kwentuhan natin tungkol sa TNT tsaka Hinebre. So feeling ko magdagdag na tayo ng isa pang guest. Papasukin na natin yung isa pa nating guest para naman makapag-hi din si Coach Jong. I'm sure na namimiss niya na rin si Miss Denise Tan.
Miss Denise?
Connecting audio pa.
Hi, Denise.
Wala pa. Hi, Denise. Wala pa kang...
Kaway ka muna.
Natatanong ka, Magu.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yes, hi, Denise. From the other room.
Hello. Hi, Coach Jong, Magu, and Carlo.
Hello, Denise. Yes. How are you?
I'm good, Coach. Konti na lang.
Konting tiis na lang.
Gano'ng katagal ka na dyan,
Denise? Tapos na tiis namin.
I've been here since October 6. I think, yeah.
October 6, November 6. Naku, magdadalawang buwan ka na dyan.
Gusto ko nga, Coach, sumagad eh.
Yan! Para dyan kayo magbe-birthday si Carlo, di ba?
Oo, syempre para may pakain si Carlo.
Denise, thank you for joining us. No, sorry, medyo na-late ng konti yung pasok natin. But still, thank you for staying up with us. Kakwento natin si Coach Jong about TNT and Barangay Ginebra and how much we've all enjoyed the first two games. Kahit na 2-0, parang hindi mo nararamdaman na ganun, na lopsided yung series after the first two games.
It's true. Actually, parang even when you talk to the coaches, they'll both say na, you can't really say that Ginebra's got it right now. Even if it's 2-0, it's super high percentage for a team to complete the series, getting the championship after getting that 2-0 win. But at the same time, when you look at the endings of those first two games, one possession game eh. Diba? Even in game 1, that miss, that free throw from Ray, biglang tres, lahat, everything is, tables could have turned so easily and it could have been 0-2 for Ginebra also, diba? So, a lot could still happen in this series and I'm sure lahat tayo excited for it.
Tama yun. Wala yung 0-2. 0-3 yan. Medyo meron na.
Doon medyo magkakaalaman, Coach.
Pero 0-2 pwede pa. Pero siyempre, kinakabahan ka na. Pero pwede pa yung 0-2.
Yun nga yung tatanong ko kay Coach Jong kanina. No? A lot of people saying yung game 1, that was TNT's best shot to win. Nung game 2, lumamang na ng 15. That was TNT's best shot to win. Pero parehong game, nalaglag, sinasabi ni Coach Jong kanina, yung kumpiyansa mo sa materyales mo, May paghuhugutan. Saan huhugot ngayon ng TNT, Coach Jong?
Kailangan bigyan mo lang, marami na yun nga missing link lang naman nila ngayon si Parks, pero since wala na yun tapos na yun so kailangan maghanap si Coach Jekyll ng pagkukuhanan nung nawawala kay Parks, and I think marami naman silang player noon, and tama naman si Denise and everybody, we all agree that TNT had the chance naman di naman natin nakita na walang ka-chance yung TNT. It just so happens that na-shoot ni Scotty yung 3 points na to send the game into overtime. Na-shoot ni Scotty yung corner shot, to give the lead. So those things are given in a basketball game. Ang kailangan lang naman i-solve ng TNT is how they can sustain that lead ba or finish the game.
Yeah.
Kasi ang laki ng chance nilang manalo So yun lang that is just yung i-solve nila, yung ganun lang, that end game. That's what they have to just discuss among themselves and then give kumpiyansa sa mga player, kasi mahirap yung player na mawalan ng kumpiyansa at this point because wala na, pag nawalan ka ng kumpiyansa, lalo na pag ganun dikdikan yung laro, tapos maalala mo yung 2 laro mong panalo ka, tapos natalo ka sa endgame, medyo may psychological factor yan, so dapat napatanggal nila yon at saka still have that same confidence na kayang-kaya pa rin nila. Because I was in the same boat naman at one point also, we were 0-2 down in the championship. Talagang ang hirap talaga. And then you start thinking about negative things already. Medyo nawawalan ka na ng kumpiyansa. Pero kailangan burahin mo yung sa utak mo.
Coach Jong, we know that meron ka pang jet lag. It was a tough trip pa uwi dito sa Manila from Manama, Bahrain. So just one final comment, just a message sa lahat ng mga Philippine basketball fans na sumuporta sa iyo at Gilas Pilipinas men in your last 2 games.
So sa lahat ng mga Pilipino nanonood, maski hindi nanonood, sa lahat ng mga sumuporta at nagdasal para sa Gilas Pilipinas, marami pong salamat at sana po ay makakontinue kami na magbigay ng kasiyahan at panalo sa inyo at we always we always make you proud. Win or lose, we hope that we can make you proud. Thank you very much.
Coach, in behalf of the entire Philippine basketball community, again, we thank you for your service and
congrats again.
Congratulations again.
Congrats,
Thank
Coach.
you, Carlo, Magud, Denise. Thank you very much.
We miss you, Coach Jong.
Miss
See
you too.
soon.
See you in Manila.
See you, Coach.